hive cluster is under attack.
Live for the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. It's remastered! Today on Retro, it's going to be Mini and Soulkey here in a PvZ. For our entertainment, sent by RJB. Top right, it is a Mini, an incredibly terrifying Protoss player. Man, he is doing so well in ASL 19 as of the time of this casting. Bottom left, it is Soulkey, who's doing well in all ASLs at the time of this casting, man. He's won 3 in a row at this point. And ASL 19 looks to be his as well, but if anybody can take him down, man, I think Mini can. We've got JYJ and Barracks watching 2 Terran players. They don't see PvZ very much, so I think they are curious to see what's going on here today, as well as you. So, Soulkey and Mini, dude, high-level PvZ. And it's a DEF CON 1 replay from RJB. So what do we got, man? What are we early gaming here? You do not Nexus first, man. You know this is Soulkey. You know his Smurf name. He knows yours, too. I mean, it's Mini. That's not really a Smurf name, is it? Nah, I'm feeling Gateway, though. I think Mini's going to gate this thing. Yep. He wants to put some pressure on Soulkey, because if you don't put pressure on Soulkey, he will put pressure on you as he overpools on the open, middle of the road opening. We all know that by now. And probe on the scout out, trying to see where this Zerg player is. Overlord here. I was watching some old Day 9 content, and he's doing StarCraft 2 stuff for Fun Day Monday, but he's still, you know, he still loves Brood War, obviously, so he's doing his Brood War Overlord impersonation, and it's like, "Barr, barr, barr," which, you know what? It's a little better than my impersonation, I think. I might steal that from him, because, you know, he was doing that on, like, blip.tv. Back in 2012, back before Twitch was actually a thing. Anyway, both players scouting out. Cool. Drone says probably not top left based on that probe timing. If he goes top right, I won't be surprised, but nope. Soulkey decides to check the top left anyway because it could be a scout, a later scout, and that's totally viable here as well. So probe says cool. Hatch not first, which means the pool is done, which means our zealots probably don't want to go across the map. I know you're going there now, Robert. I know you are, Robert the Zealot Merchant, FalconPaladin.store, but are you really coming across the map right now? Okay, I guess we're coming across the map right now. If this was a hatch first, I would understand this decision entirely. But it's a pool first play, and they're already lings out, and I mean, it's going to be a base race? Oh, at the third hatch. Okay, I feel better about this. I feel better about this indeed. Soulkey's sending the lings, man. That's the thing about Soulkey. He will macro you to death, and he will kill you early game, too. He is elite at both of these things. So, I mean, it's not going to kill the hatch quickly, but it will eventually. Oh, my gosh. So the lings just get in and get a scout off. I just don't know if this is worth it for Mini. But, I mean, potential cancel on the third is kind of nice. Dude. This thing finishes, it's going to be at like 50% HP. Now you have to chase lings around inside your base. They're not speedlings, nor is speed on the way. Yeah, so 4 lings to counter as Zealot, but also the probe's providing a little DPS here too. So an extra ling would be a nice thing to have, and the hatchery is going to finish. But yeah, it's going to be at like 500 hit points when it's done, which is not good. All 4 of Soulkey's lings are free inside the main base, by the way. All 4 of them are here. Forge up, trying to get a probe kill. Can't get a probe kill. Probe micro there, too good for Mini. Overlord pops in, sees the expansion, sees the Zealot, sees the wide open front door, sees a lack of a Forge, too. And yeah, 583 hit points on this hatchery as it finishes because of that Zealot. That is so much damage. That is an intense amount of damage. These... Look at these Zealots chasing these lings around like absolute fools. They get a probe. Of course they get a probe. There's 4 lings. I made this statement years ago that Jaedong lings inside your base are worse than regular lings inside your base. I think Soulkey lings are about on the same level. They're not going to die. Soulkey has the available APM to keep them alive while macroing. Maybe, okay, maybe he's going to... defending against this probe. Maybe he's going to lose a drone to that probe. No, probably not. Yeah, these things are fine. This guy's regenning his HP, too. He was in the red. He's already back up into the, whatever, green. Amazing, annoying stuff. Alright, 2 Zealots into the third base. Enough Lings to handle these guys. And they're like, we will fight you on the ramp. No surrounds allowed, sir. Nicely done, actually. 2 kills on that Zealot, still alive. 1 kill on that Zealot, still alive. These Lings are here to scout everything. Where's your Stargate, Mini? He says. Oh, he lost one of them. It's over. It's over. Zealot gets into the natural base, though. Forces all the drones to evac to the third. Mini's getting some really nice Zealot shenaniganry done here. I like it. Finally, he gets a cannon, gets a cyber core. Oh, did they get another probe? I think they probably got another probe there, and 1 Ling survives. So, cyber core done. Zergling is here to scout the Stargate timing, which he does. Because... Come on. Nope, but also scout it. He knows what it is. Oh my gosh, he's not getting more kills. Okay, he got 1 more kill there before he died. Whew, that was a crazy early game. Good stuff. So, what do we got? Hydra Den? Nope, Spire. Cool. So, Spire on the way. No Hydra Bust, which Mini is very happy about. Protoss fans feeling pleased about that, too. Just a lot of Ling Zealot. This reminds me of Fastest Map. Like, it really reminds me of Fastest Map, where the Zergs make a lot of Lings. And all the Protoss always make early bunch of Zealots. And there's always this fighting happening. And everyone's slippery. And it's hard to actually get any kills. An elite level fastest map. And Macro Hatch is cool. Soulkey doing what he wants to do. Oh, he upgrades the third to a lair. So it gets the extra HP with the upgrade to the lair. Smart. Smart, smart, smart. Soulkey is smart. Mini is slowed down. But Corsair production is happening, and okay, yeah, he's slow. Spire's done. Scourge on the way. +1 air attack. Ooh, Carapace upgrade. This could be for Scourge. This could also be for Mutalisks. We'll see if he makes any Mutas, but for now, it's only been Scourge production. But it is going to be +1 Corsairs. This is where I'm always a huge fan of Hydras in this situation. I don't like seeing Zerg players fight Corsairs when they have +1 attack. A Sunken would be good here, too. Soulkey not making Sunkens. I'd usually be very upset about this. There's the Hydra Den. But it is Soulkey, and I can't stay mad at him. Who needs Sunkens? It's Soulkey. He's magical. If he loses this third because he doesn't have any Sunkens. Oh, he's getting Sunken. All right, never mind. We're good. We're good. I mean, it's not here yet. He delayed it as long as Zergly possible here. There you go. Sunken up. Sunken on the way. Yeah, these... Is he parking? He's parking Scourge over here. He is waiting for a Corsair to come out so he can kill it. Okay, now there's a Sunken. Yeah, and now the Zealots are like, okay, maybe... Oh, they can sit just out of range of that Sunken and attack this Macro Hatch. That's pretty good. Not going to complain about that. Scourge chasing nothing. Okay. All right, Mini. If he doesn't get it now, he's going to get it now. He's going to get it now. Yeah, he's going to get it now. All these Lings are dying for nothing. They're not even saving the Macro Hatch. Ah! Poke it. Yeah. Got a Macro Hatch. Also, a bunch of Lings died, too. That was a terrible trade from Soulkey. Yeah, sure. Like, lose those Zerglings. We just canceled a bunch of stuff. What did you just cancel? He made Mutas. Oh, boy. How many? 6. So, he's going... I mean, the Carapace... Yeah, fine. Flyer Carapace is for Mutas. It's going to be more than a couple here, but he did just cancel a bunch of Larva. So, Scourge, yes. Maybe that was extra Mutas, no. Maybe he was making Mutas there because he's worried the Zealots were going to go for a further attack, and the Mutas would have done a good job at shutting that down. But Corsair count is 6, +1's finishing up for those guys. Archoning because he recognizes Mutalisks are out. And he doesn't have Storm yet, so that's what the Archons are for. This is some of the trickiest micro in StarCraft. Is Corsairs versus Mutas and Scourge. It is so hard to get the connections you want. As a Zerg player, it's hard to micro the Corsairs so they're not just sitting there taking shots from the Corsair, or from the Scourge, right? You got a Corsair micro, and It sucks. It's really tricky. It's right up there with Ling versus Ling micro in ZVZ, which is also terrible and very hard. Zealots are back with their leg enhancements, but there are Hydras and Sunkens here, and once again, that Sunken is not in range of your macro hatch, sir. You're going to lose it again. Not with Hydras, though, and not with... yeah, just Hydras. Just Hydras. No Lurker aspect yet. Overlord speed, yes, to run away from the Corsairs as much as they can. Corsairs are faster, but, you know, a target that is running dies slower than a target that is effectively stationary. He was so proud of his impressions, too. He was doing Hydralisk impressions and Mutalisk and Scourge impressions. God, I love Day 9. What a great guy. Really one of my inspirations for getting into casting StarCraft, without a doubt. Glad to see he's still active out there, still doing what he loves. Lurkers? Yes. Psystorm? Yes. There's some symmetry there, isn't there? Retro's got this little silly base in the middle, which does get taken more than you'd think. 1,000 minerals apiece. It's not a lot. Not even like a whole base. So it's been an aggressive enough game that I feel like Lurker Hydra is going to be pretty viable for a while here from Soulkey. Would I like him to get into a hive eventually? Without a doubt, yes. Uh-oh. 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 See, here's this crazy micro you have to do. It sucks. Oh my gosh, it's the worst. Look at him dodging. Oh, he's getting the mutas. They turn around. There, we are the pursuers now. Are they just going to pull away? Oh, into the Hydras. One of the Corsairs dies. Oh my gosh. And then into the Archons. Woo, gets 3 kills on that guy. I told you, it is dicey, dicey micro. Still got 7 Corsairs available with +1. They can burn down mutas very fast. I don't know if this is enough mutas actually. Well, you can kill a High Templar with this. You just really can't engage with the Archon or the Corsairs at all. 4th base coming in. Cool. Where's your 3rd base? Mini. Again, it's been an aggressive enough game that I think this is a situation where the Zerg player can get into Hive Tech later than I would expect them to and be fine in a late game PvZ. Not that he can't win with Hydras and Lurkers. He can because he's Soulkey, but... yeah, look at that dodging. It just comes down to Mini's very, very, very good. Yeah, mutas are hunting for High Templar and not finding any. Not out on the map, at least. Oh, there's some hiding... yeah, hiding back here amongst the cannons. Amongst the 3 cannons. Okay, trying to Hydra... maybe Hydra Lurker Mutabust. This 3rd is Soulkey. That's a pretty good position against these Zealots. A lot of them bouncing around on the backside like idiots. Dragoons come in, though, providing a little more help. And the High Templar getting sniped! That's what I'm talking about, Soulkey. Oh, no! 3rd base in a lot of trouble now. Those High Templar were a ton of the power required to defend this thing. Zealots are doing what they can. Lurkers in the town here, too. I don't know if Mini can save this 3rd. He's got 2 more High Templar joining the party. The mutas are running for their lives. Corsairs are in pursuit. Maybe he can. Maybe he can hold it. There you go. Psystorm on the ramp. Okay, cool. Psystorm on the ramp. We did it. Mini's fine. He lost 3 High Templar, but he had 2 more ready to go. Never stop making High Templar, I guess. Queen's Nest indicates hive timing at about 13 minutes here from Soulkey, so he's not going to delay. He recognizes Storm is out. He recognizes I need my own plague to counter the storm. Need is a strong word there. You don't need it, but by golly, does it make your life easier if you are plague grinding down the Protoss, right? That's what Artosis and Tasteless call it, plague grinding. Just slowly whittling that HP away on every Zealot you see and every Dragoon group you see. Oh, another Corsair dies a little bit too close to the sun there. And eventually, everybody's plagued. And then, ba-ba, you can kill them with Hydras and Lings and stuff. It's great. Hive. Neat. There it is. What? Is this going to bust it up to a full HP Hive? No, it'll still be... still have a chunk of HP missing, but it will have a lot of HP sitting there nevertheless. Corsairs, find the Muta. Split. Run. Get out of there. Oh, you stopped running. I said run. Okay, you can't stop running. That's not okay. So we're setting up for a pretty good PvZ. This has been great so far. Come on. Come on. The Zealot aggression, the defense here by Soulkey, the defense of the third base by Mini was awesome too. Muta dies. I don't know if that was the last Mutalisk, but it might have been. Denver, the last dinosaur. He's your friend and a whole lot more. Fourth base, warping in 12 o'clock from Mini. It's the last Mutalisk. It's Michael, the last Mutalisk, I think. That's the TV show for kids that we're going to put together. You and me, baby. Take Hollywood by storm. Adrenal's coming in. Kidder and Amulet getting researched too. I don't think these Lings really want to engage until they have Adrenal. It's not that long of an upgrade. There's the splits. Okay, so I'm not sure if Mini can break this, but by golly, he seems to be committing to it on some level. These lurker splits are so good. So good. One storm can only hit any one lurker. You're not getting overlap here at all. And this is very standard PvZ stuff, yeah? You just set it up. You recognize the Protoss can break through eventually. It's just going to take them a long time. And they're going to lose stuff as they do it. High Templar pickoffs. Really muy importante. Lurkers targeting the High Templar. They got him. Nice. Great target firing there from Soulkey. What do you expect? Corsairs in here. Uh-oh. Is there a DT follow-up to this? Because all the detection inside the third base is gone. Look at this flank here. Look at Soulkey splitting off his units to different angles. Forcing Mini all the way back home. Soulkey is supply blocked, 160 supply, so, you know, we're going to hold. But the Defiler Mound is on the way. The Lings have Adrenal now. They will trade so much better against these Zealots than they did just a few seconds ago. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Do you want to push this front? There are 5 High Templars sitting here, and I don't know if any of them have a single storm. They don't yet, but they will very, very soon. The High Templar are getting targeted before they get a single storm off. But his friends are ready to... Oh, gosh. That one gets a storm off before he dies, at least. That could have been worse. He's still... I don't know about sending Zealots in there, but okay, worth an attack. I think Mini's in a lot of trouble. He's down about 20 supply. His front door is not exactly getting busted down, but it's not ideal. This fourth base of Mini keeping him alive, because again, Zerg player only has 4 bases. 4 base to 4 base is not where Soulkey wants to be. Consumes on the way. Wants the High Templar. Gets one. No! What? Okay, one dies, but I think that was the Psystorm from his best friend, Archoning the front. Dude, maybe that fourth base was a mistake from Mini. Look at this. Look at this pressure. Dodging storms like an absolute boss, like a boxer in the ring. Although, that's a lot of dead Hydra corpses out here, aren't there? Mm-hmm. There are. But, man, one plague on this whole thing, one Dark Swarm. Not that the Dark Swarm's going to help very much against the Psystorm, but, you know. Alright, this cannon is somehow very alive. Despite Ling's hammering on it. Is that a glitch? I don't know, but Soulkey just always has just enough to break you. His macro is just that good. His micro is just that good. That eventually shows up and shuts you down with like 10 Hydras, but everything he's done in the game to this point gets him to where he needs to be. Okay, what is this? What is this? Death is what this is. 47 and 58 workers. Archon not going to get a lot done here. Zealots running into lurkers. GG. We're done. What a game, though. Wow. And this isn't just Hydra Lurker getting a win against Protoss. I mean, it is, to be fair. But Dark Swarm exists. It's just not a good time for it right now. There's a Defiler up here. There. Okay, we'll toss one down just for the fun of it. Just to show you whose natural base this really is. Man, Mini is making a game of this. It's like his tournament life is on the line right now. I guess he knows that he does have all his production, and he knows that he's got 2 bases mining, and his main base still has a little money too. So he's like, maybe I can Psystorm my way out of this problem. Not when you're down 87 to 137 supply, though. I'm afraid. Yeah, okay, this is the GG. That's the GG. Mini taps out. JYJ and Barracks leave it. I think Soulkey's still in, trying to rack up some extra stats, but GG. Soulkey comes out on top, but by golly, did Mini make him work for that. The supply blocking, man. The supply blocking by Mini. The zealot pressure at the third base by Mini almost killed this base. Took down a macro hatch. Didn't really do his best killing drones today. Corsairs are kind of bad at that. Some Psy Storm drops might have been awesome, but he was trying to just stay alive against the Hydra Ling Lurker stuff that Soulkey was bringing at him. 3-2 upgrades on these Hydras too, man. The upgrades with that Hive Tech also very, very good. But yeah, once Adrenal kicked in, I think that really got Soulkey into high gear. That put him on the offensive. Whereas Mini was running from that point, running all the way back to the natural, all the way back into the main. And if you're running against Soulkey, you've probably lost the game. Yeah, I wonder if this fourth base was a mistake. I wonder if going for the fourth base and trying to probe that thing up, he needed more High Templar, more Zealots, more Archons, maybe some Reavers. Because, yeah, this is a 4-basing Soulkey against a 3-basing Mini is how this is supposed to go. But you get greedy, and maybe Soulkey will jump on you. Maybe he'll go for a 4-basing Zerg attack while getting Defilers up. But again, Defilers didn't even have it much to do with this. The Dark Swarm didn't really mean this base died, and no Plagues even got tossed down. So that is a GG. That is a absolutely fantastic showing, man. That's how we do. I mean, that's Soulkey. That's the guy who's probably going to win ASL 19, and all we have to do is just hope maybe Flash can come back and give him a game. I don't know what else to do here. GG, Soulkey. Oh, voice leaving, must end stream. 150,000, 139,000 points in favor of Soulkey. Outproducing Mini by a 5-2 ratio, getting out killed by a 3-1 ratio. That'll get the job done. 9-1 buildings raised in favor of Mini. That's actually a little... Nope, Soulkey. I'm an idiot. Soulkey, and then they flipped again. And the outspend at the end of the day was ample. Ample. All right, GG's. Soulkey gets the win. We love that guy, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.